Got a full card of college basketball today. Not as big as Wednesdays generally are, but got a pretty good one, though. And, of course, plenty of cancellations to go with that, unfortunately. But it has become part of what it is at this point. So just kind of do what we do. Keep on keeping on. And hopefully at some point this all shakes itself out. I think it is heading in that direction. But the hell do I know? Comes to that stuff. Of course, we've got tons of free picks on today's show. Going to go over basically the entire card. And then if you're looking for our best bets, the games we like the best, the ones we're betting, the ones we're most confident in, the ones that we stand behind, those are the ones you find on the website underneath the Premium Picks tab. Yep. My best bets, Brian's best bets, Chris's best bets. We also have Rod's best bets. We also have the best of the live show package where you can get one of each of ours, plus a consensus if we can all agree on anything. So, anyways, let me bring in the guys and see what we got. Sure. And of course, everything all out of order because didn't have a chance to set up before the show. Got Brian, Rod, and Chris. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
So, got kind of a good mishmash card here on college basketball. Yesterday was saw why they play the games. I had a bad feeling about a couple of games, and I'll tell you, like, people emailed me because I said on the show, yeah, there's games I would take off and add, and it's like, normally when I do stuff like that, it's bad news, so I kind of like the reverse course on it, but I gave a couple games, other games that I was looking at to people, but to be honest with you, Georgia Tech, I knew I was a dead man going into the game. You know, by the time the game went, I knew I was a dead man. And Davidson as well, I knew I was a dead man too. So, happens, and, you know, one of the games that I really like, Texas Southern, I think they didn't cover either, so it ended up not really working out. Virginia Tech was the other one that I liked. And anyone that emailed me, I gave them those picks. So, you know, today there was, I had a list of 7. It ended up being 3. And I felt pretty good about those. So I know some of the lines are not moving in the direction of the picks. I don't care. The Sharps are getting their asses kicked. I mean, they're getting slaughtered.
No, we're not.
Oh, yes, they are.
We
yes,
got
they
slaughtered yesterday. I got 0-3 yesterday. I got my ass.
Yeah, because you bet what the Sharps did. They got slaughtered. They got absolutely gutted like a pig yesterday.
But long term overall,
they were betting Minnesota. They lost by 50.
That was. I mean, I didn't have Minnesota, but I liked Minnesota, and that was a loss.
Yeah, they got crushed.
I like.
I mean, they were. If it was a fight, I mean, seriously, they were going to stop it, even though it wasn't a fight. It was so bad.
I also like Charlotte. That was easy.
Yeah.
But Georgia Tech, I like them too. They got.
Yeah, I saw some. I had some really bad information on Georgia Tech, yeah,
I thought they'd show up for that one.
I knew I was.
Nah, Florida State's way too good.
I think we missed Eastern Washington though. That seemed obvious.
Well, I had that. I had Eastern Washington. That was one of my top plays. I loved Eastern Washington, but
they folded at the end. They could have won that outright, but
no, they didn't fold. They hung right in there. Did exactly what they were supposed to do. Hit a late 3 just when it looked like it might be getting away from them, and then play the free throw game. Just matching free throws at each end, really not getting any closer, not dropping any further behind. It was just, textbook. Bring it up, never outside the number. They were never outside the number. But, yeah, I think there was a few games like that. And, we're going to have more games like that this season and more days like that. And, I ended up being 3-2. It's, like I said, the one that like Davidson, I still thought had a shot against Charlotte. I don't know what I was thinking, but I mean, Charlotte's so bad, and really that's what it was. That's why it was that way. But the other one, Georgia Tech, I had bad information. Like I had information before, and it was just like, I'm dead, man. I'm just as dead as can be. It was just kind of like, do what you can. I don't think it's that Florida State is so good. I mean, they're not. they're not nearly the Florida State teams we've seen in recent years. They're not even nearly as athletic. They just don't have the NBA players like the recent Florida State teams do. They're tall. That's about it. But they don't have the length. Like there's a different thing in the NBA. There's the tall guys, and then the guys with the really long arms that are tall, right? Yeah. And Florida State has always had those guys, but they don't have those guys this year. They have just tall guys, and I think Georgia Tech just missed a couple of wide open threes. Is really what happened in that game. That was the difference there. But I don't think this is a great Florida State team. We're going to make some money betting against them later. I have a good feeling about it. But, yeah, it happens. But, I'll take 3-2 on a choppy day like that any day. And I think today, once again, I see one game where the line is totally shifted in the other direction. I'm telling you what, it's one of those games where you know what you say? I'm just going to bet more.
Which one's that?
Well, I can't say. It's a premium pick.
Oh, okay.
But
I'd have to say I don't know anything what you're talking about, but for me, I think Miami switching the totally opposite direction. I think there's value with Miami at plus points. I would think you'd take them on the money. I think to get into that quick, but
as someone that knows a little bit about both those schools and both the the ACC is kind of I think for hoops, it's the issue here with Miami is they're missing their top 4 players. I mean, that's clearly the issue and why the line is shifted. I mean, is that they're missing their top 4 players. Earl Timberlake is out, for a while now. Likes is out. So those are their 2 best of, like, if you say who are the 2 Miami guys, those are the guys, right? And they're both out. But they were both out for the Purdue game too, and they won that game. And Pitt's not good. I mean, lousy coach and a mediocre team. They have one guy that's really good, right?
They're okay. I wouldn't say
they have one guy that's really good.
Yeah, the big man. It's like a 20-20 threat every time he's on the floor.
They have one guy. Yeah, we got a pretty interesting card. Brian, what do you got for sale today?
All right, just wanted to mention my college football bowl pass because if you can pick that up today, you're going to get this Saturday college championship weekend for free, $250. For today, my Brian Bittler Pure Profit College Basketball 3-pack, all 3 plays, $50. I'm going to bounce back from yesterday's 0-3. That doesn't happen to me very often, so today's going to be a profit day.
Nice. Chris, what do you got for sale today?
I got my Whale Bet Wednesday, 5 of my top biggest and best plays of the week. $30 for looking to build on a 4-1 day yesterday and carry that over in today with 5 plays for $30 over Pick Dogs Premium. And we also got the drive-through tonight. Myself, Tony T, Rod's going to be there, Ron Romanelli. I told the rest of the schedule, but I haven't seen from Tony yet. But we're going to have a loaded show tonight. Going to open up another door on the Advent calendar. It's going to be a great show tonight.
Is Vlad there today?
Vlad was there yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Nice. More Vlad.
The happiest man in handicapping.
He's the happiest man in handicapping.
I know, right?
I saw you put today's Wednesday. It made me think of somebody
I think anyone that gives a soccer pick outside of Goran should no longer be on the show. That's what I say about the drive-thru. Since it's my show, we're going to install that policy. Rod, what do you got? I pay for this shit.
You don't have to worry about me giving out a soccer pick on the drive-thru show.
Anyone that mentions soccer outside of Goran is off the show. Let's talk about something that nobody cares about, man. I mean, seriously. I'm not saying nobody cares about, but I'm saying like less than 8% of our audience cares about it. Same thing with premium picks. If your name's not Goran and you put in soccer picks, you're gone. New policy. Ridiculous. It's like it makes the record not really a record, right? Your record, it kind of skews your record because it's like, yeah, it's like, what if I.
I remember you guys used to mention cricket.
Well, we're gonna have we cover it for free. We have cricket on the site. We cover it for free. We're not giving out premium cricket picks.
Jeez, whoa! Speak for yourself. I know my fair share around the cricket bat. Sure.
Spread knowledge 2-0 on my show.
Holy man, there's pigs flying over here. I didn't say I was good with it. I just said I know my way around it. I just know how to hold it.
I don't like the way that came out. Rod.
We won't touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
She said that too.
Or a 4-foot cricket bat. Anyways, I got Rod's Wednesday Bookie Busters. Gonna have a nice bounce back day. We went 2-3 yesterday. Gonna be a great day of hoops action. You don't want to miss out on these 5 opportunities to smash the books.
Who got you
Love it.
yesterday?
Nice
Like, who
day.
got you on that 2 and 3? Like, who just got you?
Davidson, I was with you. Davidson got me. Damn Davidson.
I watched that game.
I was on Coastal Carolina. Coastal got me.
Against, they play Wofford.
Wofford.
Yeah, Wofford was shooting yesterday.
They
brought their shoot. After that last performance against South Florida, they brought their shooting shoes yesterday. That was the Wofford that we know. I stayed the hell away from that thing. I will stay the hell away from this. That's what I did.
I didn't. And got beat.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those Woffords and Furmans, man. They will crush your dreams. You know.
Yes, I know. I had Wofford the last game, and they had no shooting shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, just stay the hell away from them.
So I did. I put them on the shit list. So now they're on my shit list over here, along with Davidson. There's enough other games that you can stay away from. You can put some teams onto a shit list and be like, yeah, you're over here.
Anyways, like we said yesterday, a lot of the line movement and stuff happens like right before the show and during the show. It's because the reason being is because Vegas shuts their casinos and sports books and lines. They're not like the online sports books are open 24 hours, right? But in Vegas, they close. And it's like, even if you use the app, you can't even bet on the app until like 7 a.m., which is about around the time our show comes on, right? 7, 8 o'clock is when those books open on the weekdays. So that's why the line shifts so violently, like right when the show is on, which makes it a little bit harder for the line watcher guys like Brian. And the handicap guys like me are at a little bit of an advantage on the early picks. If Brian did his picks, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he might have a different story. So we might have to change some things around with the way that we sell picks at the site. Just saying. Just think that some of these late line shifts, it's very, very hard to predict. Anyways, let's get started. We got some early action here. Of course, got a good card of college basketball. We have a few cancellations. The Drake game was canceled. I did the video on that, and someone complimented me on my pick, but the game had already been canceled by the time they made the comment, so it's pretty interesting. I appreciate all the likes that you guys have been hitting up our YouTube channel with, and I really appreciate all the positive comments. I get so many negative comments that it's like you read all the positive ones, and it definitely helps the morale, man, I have to say. The negative ones, I know you're not supposed to let it get to you, but my choice is to either read them to delete them or leave them up there and give those people any kind of, platform, which I'm not going to do. You don't get to do that. You don't get to come by with no accountability, no real name, no nothing, and just smear your dog shit all over our channel. That's why on Facebook, if you don't have a profile that we don't let you in. People email me all the time, message me, hey, you wouldn't let me in. Yeah. You have your profile blocked. So everybody else in our group is accountable except for you, right? Well, I don't want people to see my stuff online. I got news for you, asshole. How many people do you think see me online every year? All right, we have 1.6 million YouTube views in the last month. So I would say I'm a little bit more exposed than you are. And I mean, half the people in our industry won't even use their real name. That's how afraid they are. I got all my real stuff is out there, man. All of it. I mean, you got people like, Ricky Tran. He's not even a real person. It's Jesse Shuley. Phony baloney. Anyways, speaking of phony baloney, Brian, what do you got here? We got LaSalle, UMass, Vandy, Richmond, Syracuse, Northeastern, Central Connecticut, St. Francis, Bryant and Wagner, Ooh, just a beautiful list here. We've got, is that Sacred Heart? Sacred Heart against LIU. The Blackbirds are in town, baby. Oregon State against UTSA. Colorado against Omaha. We call that the early section up until 6 o'clock p.m.
I'm going to see if I can not screw up today on these.
Don't screw up. Just don't screw up. Don't ever screw up.
For me, those group of games that you gave out, I know LaSalle's bad, but for some reason, I mean, everybody's betting UMass, and they're only 1-1. I think UMass wins this game by a bucket, but anything over that, take LaSalle. So for me, 4.5 plus 4.5 LaSalle's to play early.
Well, the thing about LaSalle that you got, or about UMass that you have to remember is that they're 1-1, but they've only played one team. So it was a back-to-backer, which is super hard to beat the same team twice unless you're significantly better. So it was UMass and Northeastern played back-to-backers. So both those teams are 1-1. They've only played each other, which is, I guess, playing better than playing yourself. Anyways, that's one of those days. We got to get over the hump. Gotta get over the hump. Gotta get over it, man. 2-0 on the Computer Pick Show yesterday. I even got the message from Charles Ormsby. He liked the show yesterday. So I was awake. It was one of the rare Computer Pick shows. I was fully awake. I drank coffee, and I was awake for the Computer Pick Show. We did the Charles Ormsby field goal, the 45-yarder. We showed the video clip. It was clearly going to be good from 46. Clearly. A lot of room there.
Pull up the next gen stats right next to it.
Oh, God. I hate next gen stats, man. I hate all those things. Sound
Good
effects.
from 48.2.
Next gen stats. Oh man, the Pro Football Focus numbers on that. It's like Chris Collinsworth's website. I was like, let's shamelessly plug my shitty website on here. You know, it's like, I mean, yuck. You know, I say about that website. Yuck. Massive yuck. Anyways, speaking of yuck, what do you think of the Blackbirds here, Chris? Anything else?
I think for me the only player I like is Richmond. I like them to bounce back from that loss to West Virginia. I know Vanderbilt, not an easy place to go on the road and play, but I don't like what I've seen from Vanderbilt. I know they're 2-0, but I still think Richmond's just a far better team. So I'll lay the points of Richmond in this spot.
Vandy, one of those weird places because like they have the court is up high and then the benches are down low. It's kind of like it's like if you're vertically challenged like myself, it's like if you're sitting on the bench, you're like this the whole game. It's like, what happened there? I don't know. All I can see is shoes. It's so weird, right? It's like the floor is like raised, you know, and the benches aren't. Doesn't make any sense. Rod, you got anything here? This time
in this spot, I think Syracuse blows out Northeastern. Give me Syracuse over Northeastern here. It's only the one I like in this spot.
They're the runner and gunners, Syracuse this year. Wagner sucks pretty bad, you know. Brian. There's some really lousy teams here. I'll tell you who I really like in this time slot. UTSA against Oregon State.
That's not in this time slot.
Yes, it is.
Are we doing 5 o'clock ones?
We went all the way.
Oh my! I like.
You're not paying attention.
Yeah, we went
Sorry,
Omaha,
I'm
Colorado too. I love Colorado over Omaha. That's blowout city, man. That is a freaking romp of romps.
I thought we only went up to 4.
I like Colorado by 35 in this one, to be honest with you.
No, I missed that. Omaha's going to cover this.
Oh, Colorado by 35 plus.
I always get caught on Omaha?
I don't know. Yeah, they're your Jets. They're your Jets. Yesterday, I actually gave out a game like this yesterday, and I knew it was going to be like a 50-er, you know.
Line dropped like 2 points.
I gave out Liberty against South Carolina South Carolina State as a premium yesterday. They're laying 24.5. They put the scrubs in and were continuing to hit threes from the frickin' everywhere. It was like they got up by 41. They were up by 41 with 8 minutes left to go, and we're still throwing up threes. They got what happened then? So South Carolina State gets it down to 38. They whittle it down to 38. They're getting 24 and a half, right? So they still have no chance, right? They whittle it down to 38. Liberty takes it personally. I mean, it's like dunking on them. They were so mad. They were like, "Oh my god!" It was like possessed. It was. This is why you get ESPN Plus. You know, this is.
You were watching that game?
Oh hell yeah!
40 points.
I'm surprised you thought he wasn't.
I love a good blowout. I love it. I watched every minute of that Kentucky-Alabama football game. I mean, every second of it. I had it on the big screen.
How many points are you going to give me with Omaha? 40?
No, I'll give you the 21 and a half.
It's 22.
I'll give you 22 and a half. How about that? I'll give you the hook.
I better just keep my mouth shut.
Have you seen Colorado at home in the last 5 years? I mean,
he's going back to that game where you gave him 35, and he's
Yeah,
like,
and
let me see if I can.
all right. Well,
I
here,
won 2 pick dog shirts with that win.
well, let's take a look. Let's dig into this one a little deeper. People say we don't go enough into the numbers. That's just usually me talking about nothing. So let's dig into this one. All right, and we'll take a look at it. So so Omaha lost to Kansas. Okay, by 45, but it was closer than the score. Okay, it was closer than the score. They lost by 45. They were getting about the same, 24 and a half. It was at Fog, right? Then they played Southern Illinois, right? They lost. They were 4-point favorites in that one. They only won by 2. Then they played Drake. They got slaughtered. I mean, 21 against Drake, right? And then, I mean, Creighton, if that one was a fight, they would have stopped it also. They were getting 21 against Creighton. They got rung up by almost 30, right? 27 in that thing. And then Abilene Christian laid a dozen on him. Now you're going into Boulder against these guys who just beat Northern Colorado, who's pretty good, by the way. 81-45, coming off of that loss in Knoxville to the Vols. Colorado doesn't lose at home. They don't not cover at home.
Smothering D is what's
smothering. Plus they shoot like Villanova when they get rolling.
Yep.
It's like you hate.
It's
I'll bet my
games.
2 pick dog shirts.
Teams under 61 points. All 4 games this year for
Yeah.
Colorado. Holding teams under 61 points.
This has 87-47 written all over it. You know? This is a slaughter. Just, the Sharps loved Minnesota yesterday. They loved them.
I don't know that they love Minnesota.
I gotta say that Illinois didn't even play their best game. You know, their big man really didn't play his best game.
Yeah,
you know,
he didn't.
Yeah, that was men against boys, right? That was like, oh my god, that was like maybe the last name Patino doesn't carry as much weight as we thought it was going. Anyways, I like UTSA against Oregon State. I think that one's money, and that one even Brian should like because the sharp money's right there. No agreement on that one, Brian? No,
yeah. UTSA?
Yeah. You got to like that one.
Just slightly, yeah.
I like UTSA. There's no way that Oregon State should be laying 8 points. They're not covering 8 points. No way. They're going to lose this game outright. They can't do anything at home. But
Oregon State stinks.
Oh,
Beaver's my favorite. Beaver's my favorite animal, so it's hard for me to go against Beavers.
Obviously, you haven't put any money on them because they're 1-3 against the number. Most of us are hating their guts. If you put one nickel on them this season, it's like
this Beavers team can't score touchdowns.
Beavers and Cougars.
Brian's acting more like a Jacksonville State and South Carolina fan right now.
Omaha, easy cover tonight.
I don't know. Oregon State was linked 16.5 against Terry Porter's Portland team that we mocked into submission on the show and ended up winning outright in that game.
Outright.
I did my whole bit about how they forced him to, they refused to accept his resignation and, wouldn't fire him because they wanted him to sit through another season of crap. I went through the whole bit. Now, people don't like it too much. People don't like it when I talk about stuff that's not on the thing. Some people love it. Some people hate it. There's no in between. There's no gray area. It's like you like it or you hate it. Shut up and give the pink. This guy talks too much. It's kind of like the people that say like the food in the army, right? It's like, the food stinks and they don't give you enough of it. It's like, what the hell does that mean? Like, yes, I want to eat more crappy food. How about like, I've done 3,000 YouTube videos or 5,000 YouTube videos in the last year. And people say, I watched 2 of this guy's videos and they both lost. Like, thank you for the honest sample size. You'd be surprised how many games we can lose if we apply ourselves. Speaking of losing, Miami Pitt, Cal Poly against San Diego, Marshall against Toledo, Mercer and Georgia State, the rematch. Hampton against William and Mary. Hi to all our Hampton University friends out there. Never call them Hampton College. Brian, any of these Fab Five?
I'm going to slightly lean to Miami here and also Toledo. For Miami, I know they got some guys out, but I like the plus points at home. I think it's a 1 bucket game either way. So with that said, I'll take the 2.5 with Miami. And I think Toledo. I know Marshall's 4-0, I believe. But I like Toledo in this spot getting the points.
Yes, we have a best of the live show pack where you get one of each of us.
Yep, I got my pick in.
Yep.
I'll tell you the other way. If you want to get multiple handicappers at a reasonable price, buy the monthlies or the yearlies. The yearlies is the cheapest. I understand it's the biggest upfront investment. Brian's word, investment. But it is it's the
$3.50 a day.
Yeah, it ends up being that it's like $100 a month. And a monthly is $300 a month. I sell a regular package between $30 and $50. It's like even more on some days. $55 for one pack for one package, not one pick, but one day of picks. So you do that times 30, it's $1,500 right there. I don't know. Just saying, just throwing it out there. It's not.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you're buying toilet paper. If you can get like a 50 count package for $40 or spend $2 for each roll of toilet paper, it's just if you know you're going to use it, you get it.
I know, but I don't want that shit lying around my house. Get bugs. Give the roaches like a place to hide or something. Like you got roaches, and then what happens next? You got lizards living in the house, right? Because they eat the roaches.
All of a sudden now we're going to get like premium packages called like the 2-ply premium.
2 plies. The Lamar Jackson.
I don't have that problem here. There's no roaches or lizards coming in the house.
It's too cold.
Freeze to death.
Way too cold here for lizards.
You got any picks in this 6 o'clock time zone, Brian? It's only 5 games.
Yeah, I gave out Toledo and I gave out Miami.
All right.
But they're not super strong.
Looks like the Miami line might go a little higher. Chris Ruffalo.
Yeah, the only one I think I like here a lot is Mercer. They're getting 4.5 against the Georgia State team they just beat a couple weeks ago, and they've been profitable for me this season. So I'll take Mercer with the points.
That looks like a solid sucker bet.
Yeah,
Mercer. No way.
Tell Brian not to look so bored. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. What are you talking about? He always shows up. He's not disinterested. He's disgusted by us.
No, the whole time you guys are talking, I'm looking at numbers and lines.
Yeah, he's just ramping up the information. That's all he's doing. We've been through this before. We've been down this road. Where are we? Rod, you gonna fall into that Mercer trap with Ruffalo?
No, the only one I like is Miami over Pitt in this spot here, and I would lean Marshall over Toledo. And I think Marshall's better than Toledo.
Brian did hit his birdcage yesterday. I've been hitting my parlays on the Pick Dogs parlay video like no one's business.
My free picks were all right yesterday. My premiums.
I've been hitting my parlay on the videos like no one's business. Yesterday I only gave out the one game got canceled, but the other one was La Tech against Jackson State. They beat the crap out of them. I think I was the only one on the show that had them, but so what?
I agree with Chris with Mercer. Excellent value there. I missed it. I don't see any trap. I see could outright win for Mercer.
Well, they just beat them, so it's tough to beat the same team twice, type deal.
I hear you.
Yeah, for me, it's a no play. You know, it's like I see it. You know, I saw the other game. I watched it. I mean, I'm the idiot that I'm. 6 people watch this on ESPN Plus. Yeah, Mitch and 5 other people. You know, I mean, I'm the one watching. The Idaho versus Troy college football game. 4 years ago. And realized Al Groh was calling the game. I called Tony T. Like, I see Al Groh. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, he's at the Kibbe Dome calling the game. It's like, yeah. Al Groh gets the top game on ESPN Plus. Not ESPN 3. Not Plus. Not the pay. The non-pay.
Not even good enough for the pay channel. They want him on the free one.
Nah. I'm going to go William and Mary against Hampton. I do actually get mail from the Hampton people, so I do like them. They're super nice people. They're super respectful, even though we've botched a couple of their articles. That's basically what they said. And they didn't like my pick against them last time with Norfolk State. So I'm going to go William and Mary here. They were good to me last time out, and I think they're good to me again. The line's dropped into I know that more people have bet William and Mary because they probably watched my video the other day and then cashed, right? Dog of the day, but I don't care. I don't care.
I see 50-50 on the bets. It's the money that's heavy on Hampton.
Yep, 307099 is the rotation number on that one.
I like the Tribe. I like the cut of their jib. I watched that second half of that William Mary the other day. It was good.
It's down to 2.5. Some places. FanDuel, 2.5. Pinnacle, 2.5. You're European. We'll see a 4 at play MGM. They always seem slow to the gun. So if you're like the other side, if you like Hampton, you can still get 4 bet MGM. So I got multiple books. You always check out our betting odds section, as well as our parlay calculator. I'm not falling for that Mercer thing. It's a no play for me. Mississippi State against Central Arkansas. We got Florida Gulf Coast against FIU. It's pretty good this year, by the way. ULM against Grambling. Arizona against California Baptist. Sean Miller. Just a phone call. Help is just a phone call away. Troy against Samford. Line inversion here, too. Might be an injury or something. Oklahoma State against TCU. The Kate Cunningham Show back in Stillwater. Chattanooga against Asheville. Cashville. Villanova and Butler. Butler's back. They haven't played since November 25th. Here they are almost, 3 weeks later? Campbell against Elon. The Phoenix against the Camels. Take the gloves off for that one. USA, South Alabama against Flagler. No line on that one, Chris. Purdue against Ohio State. Cincinnati, South Florida. Liberty, back on the court after last night's 40-something point win. Carver Bible College. Bring it on. Anything there, Brian? A lot of games in that 7 o'clock time slot.
No, for me, the Butler Bulldogs getting 13 in some spots. I know Villanova's been good to me lately. But for me, I'm going to take the points in Butler. I think this is a 10-point game at the most for Nova.
How about this line movement in Samford Troy? What do you think is going on there? No injuries.
Well, I'm seeing 50-50 bets, 66% of the money on Stanford, but only an 870 group right there. For me, I would lean towards Stanford, but just to lean.
Very odd line movement. It's probably one of those games that's so lightly bet that it doesn't take much to swing it.
Yeah, it's very light.
Chris?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to take California Baptist against Arizona. I just think 21.5 is too many. I can see that being a 19 or 18 point game. I was waiting for it. I get one a day. So.
You're going to parlay it up with Carver against Liberty?
I'm down with CBC. I'm going to take Oklahoma State against TCU. That game-winning shot from Cade Cunningham is chapter 1 of a long book. I think we're going to see from Cade Cunningham in the future.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How is Garza the best player in the country when this guy's playing in college basketball?
Because there's no book on Cunningham. He's not. He's a freshman. I mean, he's just coming in.
They just don't give it to guys like this, right? They just don't give it to these one and doners. It's like Anthony Davis, right? Just don't give it to them. It's like this guy's ridiculous. I mean, TCU's got no one that can go with him. I mean, no. I mean, they couldn't hold it together against Oklahoma. What are you going to do when this guy, decides he wants to take over?
And, I like Cincinnati against USF. I just think USF, a team that whenever I put faith in them, they always fall apart. So
4-2 on the season for the Bulls.
Yeah, they've had a couple good showings, but I think historically, if something's going wrong for you, and Cincinnati's a good get-right spot. So,
yeah, for South Florida, Cincinnati's like, well, what are they, 1-11?
You gonna bet on Ohio State or what?
Who?
Chris is frozen, I think.
I think he is. Yeah,
Rod, what do you like?
I think he froze. I like South Florida.
Chris is back.
Oh, he's unfroze?
He's unfroze.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Cincinnati.
You gonna bet on Ohio State?
No.
No? Because the degenerate gambler in me always has to bet against Purdue if I don't have a side. If Purdue's playing in any sport, I just take the other side every single time. It doesn't matter what sport it is. It doesn't matter who they're playing. If I don't have an opinion in the game, I just take the other side against Purdue. Usually good value.
Not tonight.
No? We'll find out. I got $250. It says it is. I'm going to put it on the money line, too.
I'd say that's probably the most obvious play out there.
The money line on Ohio State, they got two players.
No.
Line's moving. Purdue's got nothing. I mean, they have nothing. They have a bunch of guys that can't play, is what they got. You lose to Miami when Miami's missing their 2-3 best guys, and you're up by like 40 at halftime. You stink. You're going to get drilled by these guys.
That was a fluke, though, that game. That was a fluke.
Fluke?
A fluke.
Ohio State's got some athletes, man. And I got news for you. Even with two guys out, some teams are just deeper than others.
Well, I like Miami tonight. I'm just saying that comeback was a fluke.
I guess you've never seen Jim Larinaga coach before. This guy took George Mason to the Final Four. Anyways. See, there's certain things in college sports that you have to respect. Like a guy that takes Virginia Tech to the national championship game, right? I mean, in college football, something like that, right? It's like, wait a minute. We got a guy that can really, really coach. You got a guy, who takes Boise and beats Oklahoma in a New Year's Day bowl game when no one's even heard of Boise, with Jared Zabransky as your quarterback, right? These are the outliers. These are the guys that it really doesn't matter. They just need their guys, I mean, you get a guy that turns Corey Dillon into a role model, productive running back, wins a couple Super Bowls with them. These are the type of people that do these things. It's not everybody. You got a guy that takes VCU to the championship or to the Final Four. You got a guy that takes Butler twice to the championship game in back-to-back years. Butler, a jump shot away from beating Duke that rattled off the rim. That's what makes sports great. Coaches like that. Rod? What do you like?
For me in this time spot, I like South Florida. Give me South Florida plus the points. Just too many points for Cincinnati here. And what I see is a 2-3 point game at the most. I like Samford over Troy. I think they're just the way better team. Samford beat Belmont earlier this year already once. I think they come in and easily beat up on Troy. I like Oklahoma State over TCU. They're just way better than TCU. Give me Oklahoma State here.
TCU's lousy. They go up against anybody, man, that has anything, and they don't show up. That's the problem with them. It's like they're good against the lousy teams, and then they go play against like the Oklahomas, and it's like they like will hang in there for 25, 30 minutes.
They lost by 4 to Oklahoma. That's not too bad.
Yeah, they were getting 2, right? Didn't work, and that was at home. And I think Oklahoma hadn't played, right? Like all their other games had gotten canceled or something. Their first game of the season, TCU had a few under their belt at that point. They had every
TCU's a scrappy team.
They had every event. They are a crappy team.
Scrappy.
They are a crappy team. Right. Nailed it. Got I like Mississippi. I like Central Arkansas against Mississippi State. I saw Central Ark against Mississippi the other night, and I gotta say Mississippi State's not good. Not good. I it makes you appreciate Nick Witherspoon more, I guess. It's like, I never really appreciated him last year, but I guess you appreciate him a little more now that you see how bad Mississippi State is without him. So I like them. I like FIU against Florida Gulf Coast. A lean to Butler. Ohio State money line, just because I'm a degenerate gambler. Because I can. Maybe I should come live for the halftime of that one. Is that one on the Big Ten Network? Let's hope so, because that's some of the lousiest television out there.
Which one? Purdue, Ohio State?
It's like the band was supposed to play or something, or the cheerleaders were supposed to do something at the intermission, and it's like they couldn't do it because of COVID, so they just show the empty court instead. It's like they can't improvise from the script. It's like show court for cheerleaders. It's like, well, the cheerleaders are like, we'll just show the court.
Yeah, it's on the Big Ten Network.
It's like, what are you guys doing? It's like, who's directing this crap? Go to the next set of games. Speaking of crap, Southern's taking on UAB. You got Belmont, Kennesaw, Jacksonville State, Tennessee Tech. I almost gave out Jacksonville State as a premium. Texas against Sam Houston. I really like Texas in this one. Middle Tennessee against Ole Miss. Almost gave out Middle Tennessee as a premium. Didn't do it. SMU against East Carolina. Odd amount of points, right? Odd amount. A lot for SMU. And they're good. The Ponies are good. It's weird. It's like their football team can't play in the bowl game, but their basketball team can play. It's like dogs and cats playing together, right? Got Oklahoma against Oral Roberts, Brian's team. Got Northern Colorado against Denver. Ron Romanelli loves to just talk about how bad Denver is. They stink. Anything here, Brian? Like that Southern UAB game? Jaguars?
No, I like Middle Tennessee. I know it opened at 10 and it's up to 13.5 in some spots. But for me, I just think it's too many points from Middle Tennessee against Ole Miss. I'll take the points here.
Yeah, I watched that Central Arkansas Ole Miss game, and they're a real shitstorm over there in Ole Miss. They're not good. Not good. No bueno. Beat Central Arkansas by 14. Could not put them away. Could not put them away. Had it up to 19, 20. Could not put them away. Could not do it. Anything else? Texas? Sam Houston?
No, I'm just going to stick with Middle Tennessee. I don't really love this slot of games here.
Chris, explain to us this Sam Houston mascot with the K in there for the Bearcats or Beercats or however they call it. Is there what's going on there? What's up with that? Anyone out there, if you know what's up with this Sam Houston Bearcats with a K, a capital K, someone knows something, you know. Something not right here. Anyways,
I thought Sam Houston was a person.
No, it's a state. I believe it's in Waco, right? By Baylor.
Yeah, the only game in this time slot I look at is Jacksonville State. I'm with you. I don't like 10.
Did you guys notice that Ruffalo froze because he deserved it? Because you notice how he just glossed right past my question there? We asked him about the
Bearcat thing.
We asked him about the Bearcats with the K, and he just kind of just glossed right past it, you know?
I'm looking it up right now.
So would you say you don't like any of these games?
No, the only one I like was Jacksonville State. I'm with you on that one. I don't like Tennessee Tech at all. They're hot garbage this season. I'm with you on Jacksonville State.
How about you, Rod?
I like SMU. I know that number. The number's pretty big. But SMU, they're leading the AAC in scoring, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. East Carolina, they are 5-0, but they've played some teams and have not looked great in some of them wins. I like SMU here, and I'm the guy riding it. I've rode East Carolina a few times. I like SMU in this game. I like Texas to beat up the Bearcats. I don't see any reason about this Bearcat. Anyways, I had a quick look and it
used to be called Texas State. Sam Houston State used to be called Texas State, and they changed the name to Sam Houston State, and
then unveiled the new Bearcat.
Yeah, they were called the Normals. Used to be their name. Maybe we should call ourselves the Normals. I'm here with I'm Mitch, and these are the Normals.
No, they thought the Bearcat, it was an actual animal, but they thought it was like a fake animal. They thought it was mythical, so they're like, well, let's spell it weird.
Bearcats spelled the name either Bearcats or Bearcats, or Bearcats is actually a kinkajou, a carnivorous mammal native to South America, 10 to 12 inches in length, with whiskers like a cat that sits up on its hind haunches like a bear. Yikes. Yeah, tough as a Bearcat.
It's known to be ferocious and provoked, or down by 50 at the half.
I'll tell you what, I like Texas in this one because I think Shako is on a short leash coming into this season, and he makes a lot of money. He makes a ton of money. This team's done nothing. But he's one of the great tournament coaches, right? He's one of the great tournament coaches. So he won that Maui Invitational in Asheville. It was kind of like, it was almost expected that they were going to do something because he is a good tournament coach. But it's time for them to start winning the regular season games and winning them like they should. And actually, they've been playing pretty well in these games. So this is kind of like a game where they should beat these guys by 40 plus. You know, they should. They've been terrible. Terrible. Rod, did you give your picks here?
Yeah, I like SMU. I like Texas to whoop up Sam Houston. Yeah, those are the two I like in this spot.
Brian's like, I kind of like Sam Houston.
Actually, I'm putting in a consensus pick on the live show.
I think Belmont drills Kennesaw State. I know Kennesaw is better than they've been in recent years, but I think Belmont just drills them. Oklahoma against Oral Roberts. We did this one, right? Oh, I also like Northern Colorado against Denver. That's party time. That one was
Wayne's World.
Yeah, that one was nearly a premium as well. That one was on the list. I don't know how it got off the list. I might just add it just for like the for the monthlies or whatever people, that don't get to see it. I'll add it just as a pick. If you have a monthly or a yearly or whatever, weekly, you'll be able to see it. If you just have the daily package, you're not going to see it, but I am going to put it in there. So free premium for everyone. Northern Colorado against Denver. They're going to kick their ass.
Northern Colorado versus Denver.
Denver sucks. Yeah.
I
mean, it's almost like a team that you would like. It's kind of a combination of Omaha and the Jets. It's the Omaha Jets.
With the angel halo above the logo.
Omaha Jets. All right, we got some good. Go ahead.
Right. I was gonna say I'd keep an eye on that Denver line up until 7-something to see if it stays at 6. I don't know.
It's 6.5, 7.5, right?
Is it? Why is mine say 6 across the board? Damn.
Let me see what I got. I might be.
You were right about Miami though. That moved to 3.
Of course, I'm right.
Yeah, I got ranging from you can get a 5.5 on Northern Colorado.
I mean Ohio State's now
5.
Ohio State's now 5 across the board. Believe me, I'm waiting until the last minute. I'm gonna pound that money line at 7.
Boy, I see. You can put me in a bad spot. I would stay far away from Ohio State, but
why?
I think that's the home run on the card right there.
Did you have Purdue against Miami? You think you're gonna kind of get it back for you? Is that what's going on here?
I might have. I don't remember. I just think if there's one home run hitter on the card, it's Purdue tonight.
This is one of my favorite ones. They owe me one. They owe me one.
Mitch got it out of me. He kept on talking about Ohio State. I can't take it. Purdue.
Brian likes the Omaha Purdue parlay. It's
going
to be Omaha, Purdue, Kennesaw,
Omaha money line.
I'm not saying that, but I am saying that if there's one game that if I had to bet my house on today, it would be laying the points with Purdue. If I don't do that kind of thing, but I like Purdue today.
You're foolish and lack vision.
Omaha on the reverse line.
You're a fool.
No.
You're a fool, Brian. How about Tulane against Memphis? Dog of the day. Got New Orleans, LSU, Duke, Notre Dame. Duke missing their guy. How about Coach K? Was that puss move? It's like, well, we're just not going to play our out-of-conference schedule because when we play these out-of-conference teams, we're just getting killed. It's like, so we're just not going to play it. It's like, it's because, this is the second time throughout his coaching career that he's outed, that he's like kind of tried to bail on the lousy team that he's had. Okay, he did it. He did it the year he had the back problems. They didn't make the tournament. It's like, right? And then he did it this year when they got housed by Illinois at home and Michigan State. That Michigan State game, the final score was only like 6 points in that thing. But it was never that close, right? I had Duke in that game. It was never remotely close. It was like, that was as close as I think it ever was. Right at the end. Anyways, New Orleans is playing LSU. Party time. That's the party game. And then the nightcap, Washington and Montana, our Frank Zappa special. Gonna raise me a crop of dental floss.
Are you on New Orleans? What you're saying it's a party?
No, New Orleans and New Orleans. Those are two party places. Baton Rouge and New Orleans. You ever go to Baton Rouge for a game? Woo. Those people, I think they invented the tailgate in Baton Rouge. I went to a tailgate in Baton Rouge. I bet those guys are still in the frickin' parking lot. I mean, it was like 20 years ago. That's how good that tailgate was.
It's my bucket list to put Mardi Gras on there.
Oh, man. This is.
I'd like to go down there with Joe D.
A tailgate at LSU is better than Mardi Gras. Better than Mardi Gras.
Brian's got 2 suitcases, one full of clothes, the other one full of bead necklaces.
That's right. I've been saving up my bead necklaces for my trip.
I had Davidson also listening, so you stop hammering Rod on that shitty pick. I had the same shitty pick. We both had shitty picks. We'll share the blame. We didn't consult on it, but we both had the same shitty pick. My worst pick, as bad as the Davidson game was, Georgia Tech was the worst pick. It was as square as could be. It was a square dog, and the worst bet is a square dog. The worst bet is a square dog, like Mercer. Anyways.
Oh, way. Come on. Mercer's not a square dog.
Okay.
Not in a million.
Smash the like button, please. We appreciate it. Let's pause for a moment. Smash the like button. Did you give a pick here, Brian? You like Notre Dame? Dude?
Oh, I think you threw me off.
Well, that's what I try and do.
Call me square, but I'm going to go with Duke tonight. I think that they're going to bounce back and finally look good tonight. I know Notre Dame's they look good this year, the Irish, but I got to believe Duke wakes up and wins by 10 here on the road. So give me Duke. I don't love it. I like it.
Hi to a fan, Lori Schultz. Hello and welcome to our live show, Picks from the Doghouse, available on Spotify, iTunes, as well as any other podcast thing out there. I like the people that say, you guys should do this as a podcast. We do. Obviously, we don't. Well, I think as a gambler, you take specific shots though. You take your shots where you have the best opportunity. And it's like handicappers, they try and point you to the best opportunities on the board. That's my job as with you guys. But as a person, I just can't help myself from betting against Purdue in a spot like this. I just can't help myself. I got a problem. Not saying I need help. I'm just saying, that, I'm betting on Ohio State. I'm betting the money line. And I'll probably put a couple more bucks than I even told you guys I was going to bet on them. I'm hiding my bets. I'm hiding my gambling money. I don't have a problem. What the hell are you looking at? How much did you put on it? None of your business. It's none of your goddamn business.
Where's the book money?
It's like the accountant wants to see your gambling receipt. No. What is it? What is it of your business? Well, I'm trying to do your taxes. Oh. So, Brian, you like Duke here for the bounce back?
Yeah, I don't love it. I like it. I think we've seen the worst out of Duke this year. So I think tonight we see the best. So
how about UTEP against the defenseless Sun Devils? Anything?
Maybe take a look at the over for that one. But for me, I'm just concentrating on Duke in that time slot.
All right. Brian's fully focused on Duke.
That and the UPS guy that was outside my door beeping had to run all the way down 3 flights of steps and then back up again. So
my new golf spikes are supposed to be here today. I ordered them on. I got to order everything online. I live in a place where we don't have a sporting goods store.
I went down there. They're looking for another house. So I went all the way down there for the guy had the wrong house. So.
Stupid
anyway.
Dumbass. Did you throw in a dumbass? Hey, dumbass.
He said, "Are you 937 or whatever?" He said to me. I said, "No." I closed the door when we went back.
Now you know why that hat didn't make it to your house because you got this guy going to the wrong house.
You can't even figure out.
That's their delivery guy for UPS. Yeah, you see why your stuff doesn't get delivered.
He goes up and he's wearing Brian's hat.
I know.
Yeah, he probably had my Cleveland Browns hat on. I didn't even notice.
What can Brown do for you? They can give you my hat.
This is the time of year you get deliveries because of Christmas. And all
Believe me, this whole COVID has been like a delivery thing. They've added like 3 mailmen. So I have like one of those long driveways, to get up to my house. Like you have to go up, I live in a house like that, right? You guys have seen it, right? So it's like I've got this long ass driveway. You got to go up. So they have like a new policy where like the mailman, if he doesn't have a place to specifically turn around, which I do have that as well, they're not allowed to drive up the long driveways. So they don't even look to see if we have one mailman, his name is Mike, right, who's really, really good. He's our mailman. He's our guy, right? Mike's our guy, you know. And then they have the other mailmen, you know, the other people. It's like if Mike, this is the way mail works in Maui in our neighborhood. If Mike's not working, we don't get any mail at all. It's like, we know, like, when Mike's on vacation or, like, Mike's like, it's like, I haven't got mail for 4 days. It's like, yes, is something wrong with the mail? It's like, yeah, Mike's on vacation. It's like, the other mailmen, I've seen them speed by the mailbox. I mean, I see them do it, you know? And it's like, you get the notice, like, tried to deliver, no one was home. It's like, I don't go anywhere. You guys know that. I mean, I'm in the studio all day doing videos for you guys.
Yeah, you like when you get that on your door and you know you're in there.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I was there. I was sitting right here. Chris, what do you like in this time slot?
Well, the UTEP Arizona State game is the one I'm going to be giving out on the drive-through tonight. So tune in at 6 o'clock Eastern for that on our YouTube channel. But I like Tulane getting the points against Memphis. Memphis has played tougher, but they haven't been able to cover numbers like that. And I think Tulane's going to get up for this game against Memphis. I think they show up, and I think they at least keep this one within 5 to 7 points. So I'll take Tulane on the points in this one.
I get the Beaver joke. The joke's just played. The Cougars, Beavers, the whole, you know, Cox, Beavers. It's all played, you know. We've been down that road.
Kind of like Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Thumbs, you know, hit the thumbs up. It's like, this is the one I put up my ass, and this is the one that you could, maybe if you win the contest, you put up your own ass, right? It's like, I mean, what does this mean? I'm the Fonz.
Hey. I like Fonzarelli. Fonzarelli's cool. Man.
Fonz. Hit the thumbs up. The Fonz says, hit the thumbs up. I'm going to get the leather jacket with the collar up.
They'll put it up. Put it up. Hey,
hit the thumbs up.
Like Mitch is doing the end of his videos. Thanks for watching. Hey.
Instead of calling him Ruffalo, we'll call him Mr. R. Hey, Mr. R. What's happening? Hit the thumbs up.
Get Ron the leather jacket. Ron can be our Fonz.
Ron's our smart guy.
Oh, I just thought because he had the Ellie at the end of his name already, it was less work.
You know, it's the weekend. It's the big days. We bring in the smart guy. It's like, wait a minute. People tune in. They're like, holy shit, they got brains to this operation. It's like Romanelli's diagramming it on the iPad and the telestrator. You know, we got to get him a telestrator. All right, did we get to a pick here? I know that's what people are probably saying in the comments that I haven't got to yet.
Yeah, my pick was Duke.
No, Chris.
Tulane. Yeah, mine was Tulane.
Oh, Rod.
In this time slot, I like UTEP. Give me UTEP plus the points over Arizona State. Arizona State is not look so good. 1-5 ATS their first 6 games. I think UTEP can keep it within that number. And I like Montana plus the points. Give me Montana to keep this game out closer than that, if not beat Washington outright.
I just thought of a good idea. We could bring in guest cappers and do like a guest Fonzie segment, you know, where they have to, the cappers are allowed to be on our show, because all the cappers, they ask me all the time to be on the show, but they have to dress like Fonzie and do the hit the thumbs up.
I think Joe T could pull that.
We have Joe Fonzarelli D'Amico. Hey. He'd be like, hit the thumbs up. I got a guy who'll come make it to hit the thumbs up.
Break the thumbs if you don't hit the thumbs up.
Joe's a good guy. I like Joe.
My buddy.
He's one of us.
That's going to be the first person I hang with when I go to Vegas.
Got a super chat. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. Toilet paper picks, please. We're so far behind on the comments. I should start at the bottom. Fonzie's. Potsy. Ruflo would be Potsy.
Hey.
Fighting in the chat. Fighting.
three
here we
words
go.
spark the fight.
Here we go. Got an idiot. Got an idiot. You gotta thank me later, guy.
Take Ohio State. Thank me later.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. He's Superman. So his name is Superman something or other.
I made millions off sports betting. Millions. I have. You guys have seen my house.
Yeah, Mitch has done it.
I've done it. So it's possible. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'll tell you what you do. You go to some of these other sites. You find some of these guys that are just the phoniest of the baloniest. We call them the Icemen.
Oh, me and Mitch have found a few golden gooses.
Yes.
Made a ton of money off.
The golden goose. What they do is they bet money lines, big ones. You just bet the other way. How hard is this? I hate to tell you to buy picks on other people's sites, but I mean, some of these guys are so freaking bad. So bad. I'm embarrassed for them. I'm not legally allowed to say who they are. It's like, why am I always saying control? I'm not legally allowed to say who they are. Why is that always the issue here? That'll be my GIF. Right? You know, because I learned how to make them. So I'm going to make them for all of us. Mine will be like, I'm legally not allowed to say that. All right. And this time,
the voice of the bobblehead doll, too. You'll have the little bobblehead be like, I am not legally allowed to say that.
so actually, there's Joe D'Amico, and then I have a guy that I play golf with. His name is John D'Amico. And he went to high school. He's he's not that much older than me at this point. He went to high school with Matt Groening, the guy who created The Simpsons, and all of the characters on The Simpsons, I did not know this, are all named after people that they went to high school with. So, if you've ever seen in The Simpsons, the D'Amico crime family is after my friend John D'Amico. Pretty funny. I kind of like Montana here, too. Raising them up and waxing them down. I'm not laying 7.5 points with Washington. I wouldn't have laid the 8.5. That's for damn sure. And 7.5, I don't like it any better. I think you could possibly go money line there with the Ohio State money line. I also like Tulane. I think they can money line this one, too. Didn't Tulane get the Georgia State coach? The guy who fell off the chair. Remember, he fell off the chair, he broke his ankle. His son was on the team. They made it like to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, Ron Hunter.
Yeah, Ron Hunter, right? He's coaching Tulane, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he is.
Damn good coach. Penny Hardaway's not a good coach. Great recruiter. Great recruiter. I like Duke against Notre Dame also. Wish I could go to that New Orleans LSU game. Sounds like I'm going to be home a little late. All right. This is a fun show. Tomorrow, what do we have? What do we have? Hey, hit the thumbs up. Hey. Tomorrow we got NFL football. No college, right?
And no college.
No college, but Friday we have college, right?
Yeah, Friday's college.
How about this Pac-12? It's like, all right, it's going to be USC Washington. Well, we don't want to play. All right, anyone else want to play? Who wants to play? Oregon? All right.
I don't understand why Washington would want to play. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, was there ever a year that they could go to an 8-team playoff and like justify it? Just even if they just said, even if they just said it's 1 year, to have 8 teams. Was there ever a year they could do it? Like besides this one, like that, it would make total sense. Yep,
it'd be cool.
It'd be cool.
You could try it out, and you have an excuse to try it out.
You got an excuse to try it out, and you get and you know what you say? Just like the NBA played in a bubble. They're not going to always play in a bubble, right? Anyways, Chris, let's how about a winning parlay this time? What do you got?
You mean a parlay?
Oh yes, parlays.
I'm gonna go Mercer, Jacksonville State, and Oklahoma State.
Rod, how about one that has a chance? You got a parlay?
Wow.
Well, Mercer's a death march.
Yeah, they've been good to me though. So
I understand they've been good to me too, but the problem is that you got a funky line in a rematch of a game that they slaughtered them. It's like it doesn't make any sense. I got a problem with it. Yeah. Georgia State's not bad. They beat Georgia Tech also.
Chris is right on.
I feel better about my Georgia State pick. Rod.
I feel less.
Hey. 400 wins and 322 losses.
I'm just kidding.
56% over 4 years.
Just kidding.
Hey, you know what I noticed? So listen to this. Listen to this, right? So this is our first time because our premium area is new where we have to roll over a season, right? Where we don't want to combine seasons. So the NBA, right? Because of the bubble and everything weird that happened. So the NBA is the first one that it's our second season of a sport. Okay, so it's the first sport that we're having a second season as a premium area. So we have to set up the leaderboards to do it by season, right? So I was looking at some of the other sites that actually do have documented picks, and it's like they didn't. That's not there. It's like it says it's one thing, but that's not what it is. It doesn't.
You set it up with like a postseason, like regular season or postseason.
No, it's like we could do that too, but this is like this is Brian just wants to asterisk me on my bubble. But the thing is that, and that's fine. I'll take it. I don't care. Believe me, if I could take that % winners in an NBA season, you could asterisk me all freaking day. Because that when you win a year like that, it doesn't go away, right? I'm always going to be the bubble champion. But the thing is that I noticed that some of these numbers they don't actually line up as far as like the seasons and years. Because there's, you can either do it like 2020 or you could do it the 2020-2021 season, right? But the numbers don't line up. Anyways. So.
Ready?
I know Brian manually keeps his, but I would say that if you just go off of some of these other sites, their numbers are not correct. So I would double check them. Go ahead, Rod.
All right. Here comes a winning one. Hey,
Rod.
We're gonna go with
Rod. Rod, sit on it.
We're gonna go with UTSA plus the 8.5. UTEP plus the 13.5, and Montana plus the 7.5. I'll lay those three up. A nice winner today.
Brian? You up, or you want me to go?
Oh, sorry. I was yelling at my kid.
It's okay. I like the way he talks back. That's my favorite part of the discussions. That's why I had to mute it.
I'm going to take a parlay Mercer plus the points, Omaha plus the points, and the easiest play of the day, Purdue minus whatever the line you can get at the time.
Ohio State money line for me, Tulane money line, Ohio State money line, and Montana money line. Triple money line, big money today in my parlays. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Be sure to like it. Fonzie says hit the thumbs up. Ruffalo, sit on it. Of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. And, yeah, I'll see you guys at 5 o'clock for the Computer Pick Show. 2-0 yesterday in the Computer Pick Show. We had one of the blowout wins. Whoever played App State. Tennessee we had, and we had, not Wofford, the other one, Furman. Tennessee and Furman were picks yesterday. 2-0 on Spread Knowledge Software. I'll be on at 5. Drive through at 6. It's Ruffalo, Zawacki,
Go
Duffy. Got Ann Shore is on. Everyone always asks, where's Ann? She's on the drive through tonight at 6:15. We got Romanelli's on, the smart guy, the brains of the operation. We got Al Ninos, Tony T, and of course Joe D'Amico, Joe Duffy, and Chris, all on the drive-through tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you at 5. And of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow.